What's up, Airsofters? Welcome to our final loadout video for the Airsoft Nation Appreciation Game happening on March 30th at SC Village from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. If you missed the previous three loadouts, make sure you check out those videos. It'll give you helpful guides on how to put together a loadout for the event, or if you're just looking to build a loadout for yourself, it's a great tool to help you put that together. As you can see, I'm in one of my favorite loadout choices. This is for the Last Resistance. It's a casual contractor look, for which I've been able to put together a couple things I wasn't able to do on my other kits, and I really like how this came together. So let's get right into it. SC Village does require Ear Pro for most of their games. A paintball mask is a great way to get Ear Pro. If you wanted to just do goggles, you could always do something like these Earmore headsets. They'll give you ear protection and give you better enhanced hearing. So you're like Spider-Man hearing bad guys come around the corner. Spidey sense. There's nobody there. So ear protection's a great thing. I've got a head cover. Now, the only difference between the Last Resistance and the other teams, besides their lack of camouflage, is the inability to wear a helmet. We wanted to base the Last Resistance on a potential militia. So you'd be limited on what camouflage colors you would have and what color gear you would have. So I've got a mix match. I'm really trying to get into the game by, again, not having a helmet, wearing a baseball cap with some Ear Pro, something you might have if you were a militia at home, and I'm doing a chest rig. But let's get into that. Okay, so Ear Pro off. For my eyes, I'm wearing a set of Oakley M-frames. These are the M-frame 3.0s with the Helo kit, which gives it a full seal. I might do a mouth cover or a simple shamag like this. When paired with my Ear Pro, I think that'll give me a lot of protection. When I do a thin mask like this, I do get one of those boiled bite-down mouth guards, just to make sure that your teeth don't get shot out. They're inexpensive and easy to use. Just below that, I've got my primary. This is a Dytac SLR AK. And as you can see in my chest rig and on my belt line we get into, I've got plenty of mags for that. These are really nice because I can use my Haley sling with it. It's got QD sling mount points on either side, which make using the Haley sling really, really easy. You can transition. You can go down to your single point, which is a great feature of the Haley sling. But like I said, the Dytac SLR is really cool with the Haley sling and your Last Resistance. Why wouldn't you run an AK? Moving on from my primary, let's start with my chest rig and backpack combo. Again, we wanted to feature a themed loadout here, so I've tried to use Haley Strategic Partners gear wherever applicable for my upper body. So I've got a Haley D3CR. Now this is the D3CR with the Stuff It pouch, which is really one of our favorite pouches available on the D3CR or the D3 ecosystem. To the D3CR, I've attached the Haley Flat Pack. Now the Haley Flat Pack is great for keeping hydration. It's got a hydration slot cut in it so that you can get your hose out, but it's also expandable. The Flat Pack is nice because it's real compact when you're not using it, and then if you need to throw something in it, you can zip it open and get a lot more space out of it. And it clips beautifully into my Haley Strategic D3 chest rig. Up top on my chest rig, I've got 4 magazine bays into which I've thrown these waffle type AK magazines. Easy to put in and to remove. You've got a couple other pouches on the front here, 2 general purpose pouches. I've got this one set up so that I can pull my red rag when I've been hit. And this is one of our Evike.com towel red rags that has a nice carabiner, so you can clip it to your mask or clip it to your gear so that you don't have to worry about, holding on to it, which is really, really convenient. So now that I've been hit, let's go over the rest of my gear. Also on the front in the Stuff It pouch, I've got a grenade, which are usable at SC Village. And I've got pistol pouches up front for either magazines, multi-tools, or 2 pistol magazines. On the back side of the D3CR and the D3CRX and the D3CR Micro all have hook Velcro or hook backing, and that's so that you can take these chest rigs and install them onto your favorite plate carrier, like so. or you can use them as a standalone chest rig, as I'm doing here. But that also gives you the ability to attach other pouches to the sides and underneath them, like the Haley mission hanger I've got underneath. Great for an IFAK or for extra gear, extra batteries, anti-fog wipes, anything you might need on the field or in the staging area that you not necessarily can get to in your backpack. These are great additions to your kit, and they help protect a little bit of that soft spot underneath your chest rig, which is super important, especially when you're wearing just a normal t-shirt. One of the key tenets of the TLR, or the Last Resistance, is the lack of camouflage. So civilian colors, plaids, t-shirts, regular colors, and jeans, or solid colored like tactical pants would be appropriate. The key here is you don't really want to look like any of the other teams, because A, you don't want to get shot by the other teams, and B, you don't want to get shot by your own team. So standing out by looking like a civilian is kind of the joy of being in the Last Resistance. Finally, moving down to my belt. This is one of my favorite belts I've had for a long time. It's got sure grip fabric backing so that it doesn't slide around on my body. This one was actually made for me, but it's very similar to the HSGI padded belts. G-Code makes something like this. There are a huge variety of them. And to that, I've got a couple pistol mag pouches also from HSGI. This is their Pistol Taco. Fits a double stack magazine very, very nicely. Moving back from that, I've got a double M4 pouch, which from HSGI fits these AK Waffle Straighter style magazines, the 74 style magazine, beautifully. And I think that would be the way to go if you were going to do a loadout like this. Moving on from there, I've also got my Tac Taylor roll-up dump pouch. Now, these are getting harder to find, and there are tons of options for dump pouches on the market. So don't think that you need to necessarily go with this style dump pouch. Personally, I like the roll-up style because if I'm not using it, I can fold it out of the way, and then it's not flopping around on me, and I can re-index magazines if I want to. There are tons of companies like Condor and Blue Force Gear that make compact dump pouches that don't get in the way. Moving on from my belt on the opposite side, I've got a small IFAK. This one's just got a boo-boo kit in it, just in case I get any bumps, scrapes, or anything on the field. I've got that available. There are a ton of small pouches here that would work beautifully on your gear. And then I've got a multi-tool next to that. Finally, moving on to my sidearm, I've got a Salient Arms Red H. This is the high cap version of the Salient Arms series. Beautiful pistol platform, works great with a TLR in my Safariland holster. This Safariland is actually made for the Springfield operator, but it fits high capas up to a 5-inch beautifully with an M300 or an M3 or an X300 or a TLR1 or TLR1HL. All will fit in this holster. It's great. It's a level 2. You can find Safariland holsters right here at Evike.com. And then backing that, I've got a QLS fork and a QLS leg rig mounted to a mid-drop, to which I have customized a leg band. Now, a lot of guys will run leg rigs without strapping them to their legs. And I find that it can restrict your draw stroke when you go to draw your secondary. So I like customizing mine with leg straps. I do that to all my mid rides. It's just low enough that it's out of the way of your vest if you're wearing one, and it's just high enough that you can get a really nice draw from it. G-Code also makes a quick detach system like this, or you can always go with a Condor system that's already attached that has a more universal fit. Kydex can be difficult in terms of its marring to your pistols, and if you don't have an exact fit on a pistol, maybe a universal holster is the one for you. Moving down from that, as you can see, I've got a pair of beautiful Chuck Taylors. And what says contractor more than a set of black Chuck Taylors? I don't know. It's literally the most contractor thing I could think of. But appropriate footwear is important. So make sure that at least you have something that has some arch support. So probably not some Chuck Taylors, but something that's going to keep your feet from getting a lot of blisters. Make sure you're wearing appropriate socks to make sure your feet stay dry. You're going to be doing a lot of running that day. So staying hydrated, staying comfortable is going to be key here. I hope that helped you kind of put together a contract loadout no matter what event you're going to. But if you are joining us for the Airsoft Nation Appreciation Game on March 30th, we'd love to see the loadouts that you guys come up with for your Last Resistance loadout. Make sure you stay tuned for even more information about the event. And if you've already bought a ticket, can't wait to see you there. See you guys later.